Captain Marcus Chun stood on the bridge of the UES Defiance, watching the sleek Zephyrian cruisers surrounding his cargo vessel like predators circling wounded prey. The alien ships gleamed with an ethereal blue light, their crystalline hulls refracting the distant stars' rays into prismatic patterns that would have been beautiful under different circumstances. "Captain," Lieutenant Sarah Torres called from the communications console, her voice tight with tension. "They're demanding. We surrender our cargo and prepare to be boarded. Standard piracy protocol, sir." Chun's jaw tightened. The Defiance was carrying medical supplies to the outer colonies, antibiotics and surgical equipment that would save thousands of lives. More importantly, it carried something the Zephyrians didn't know about: his daughter's research notes on quantum fold technology hidden in the ship's data cores. "How many ships?" Chun asked, his weathered hands gripping the command chair's armrest. "7 cruisers, sir. Each one outguns us 3-1. Torres swallowed hard. "Recommend immediate surrender." The lead Zephyrian vessel opened the channel, and the ethereal voice of Commander Veltar filled the bridge. The aliens' translated words dripped with condescension. "Human vessel, you carry technology that belongs to the Zephyrian Dominion. Surrender immediately, and your deaths will be swift." Chun almost laughed. The Zephyrians had always considered themselves the galaxy's premier species, intellectually superior, technologically advanced, and utterly convinced of their own superiority. They saw humans as barely evolved primates who had stumbled into space travel by accident. They were about to learn how wrong they were. "Mr. Kowalski," Chun called to his engineer, "how's our little surprise package?" Chief Engineer Tom Kowalski grinned from his station. "Ready to go, Captain." "They won't know." "What hit them?" Chun activated ship-wide communications. "Attention crew. Today, these bastards picked the wrong ship to mess with. Everyone knows the drill. Execute Protocol Omega." The bridge lights dimmed as the ship's systems began routing power to hidden weapon arrays. The Defiance might have looked like a simple cargo hauler, but Chun had learned long ago that space was dangerous. Very dangerous. "Torres, open a channel to the lead ship." The Zephyrian commander's holographic image materialized, his elongated features twisted in what passed for a smile among his species. "Have you reconsidered, human?" "Actually, yes," Chen replied calmly. "I've reconsidered your right to exist." Before Veltar could respond, Chun cut the transmission and nodded to Kowalski. The cargo bay doors suddenly split open, revealing not medical supplies, but the barrel of a massive railgun that had been disguised as shipping containers. Simultaneously, hidden panel arrays along the ship's hull retracted, exposing point defense laser batteries and missile launchers. The first railgun shot punched through the lead Zephyrian cruiser shields like they were made of tissue paper. The hypervelocity tungsten rod continued through the ship's crystalline hull, causing a chain reaction that split the vessel in half. "What?" Veltar's final transmission cut to static as his command ship exploded in a brilliant flash. The remaining 6 Zephyrian ships immediately opened fire, their energy weapons battering the Defiance's shields. But Chun's ship was already moving, its engines roaring to life as it dove beneath the alien formation. "Kowalski, give them hell!" The engineer's fingers danced across his controls. "Launching surprise number 2, Captain." What appeared to be debris from the cargo bay suddenly activated. Dozens of small objects that had been ejected during the initial engagement revealed themselves as autonomous hunter-killer drones. Each one was no larger than a basketball, but they moved with deadly precision, swarming toward the Zephyrian ships like angry hornets. The aliens tried to shoot down the drones, but human engineering had made them too small and too fast. Attached themselves to the enemy hulls and began cutting through with concentrated plasma torches. 2 more Zephyrian cruisers went dark as the drones severed critical power conduits. "Impossible," came a transmission from one of the surviving ships. "Humans don't possess this technology." Chun smiled grimly. "Torres, transmit on all frequencies." Let every Zephyrian in this sector hear this. He stood up, his voice carrying the weight of humanity's defiance. This is Captain Marcus Chun of the United Earthship Defiance. You want to know why you're losing? It's because you underestimated. U.S. You think we're primitive? We've been fighting wars since before your species discovered fire. You think we're weak? We've survived ice ages, plagues, and world wars. You think we're stupid? We turned rocks into computers and taught them to think. Another Zephyrian cruiser exploded as the railgun found its mark. Every species in this galaxy looks at humans and sees soft pink creatures who live short lives on a backwater planet. What you don't see is that we're the species that looked at the impossible and said, "Challenge accepted." We're the ones who built ships to cross oceans we couldn't see the other side of. We're the ones who split atoms and landed on our moon, with computers less powerful than a child's toy. The remaining 3 Zephyrian ships were trying to retreat, but the Defiance's drones had already attached to their hulls. You made one critical error, Chung continued, his voice growing cold. You messed with a human ship carrying supplies to save human lives. You threatened something we care about. And when you threaten what humanity cares about, we don't just fight back, we innovate. The last 3 enemy ships went dark simultaneously as the drones completed their work. Chun sat back down, suddenly feeling very tired. Torres, send a message to Earth Command. Tell them the Zephyrian Dominion just learned why you don't mess with human shipping lanes. As the Defiance continued toward the outer colonies, its cargo bay doors closed once again, hiding the railgun. To any observer, it would once again look like nothing more than a simple cargo hauler, just the way Captain Chin liked it. The galaxy had just received a reminder. Underestimate humanity at your own peril. They might look soft and primitive, but they were the species that had turned their entire planet into a weapon when necessary. They were the species that never, ever gave up. And now, 7 Zephyrian ships drifting as space debris would serve as a permanent testament to that fact.